Hello, guys. Good morning. Please let me know in the comments if you can hear me. Good morning, guys, and welcome to today's live section. You're all welcome. I saw some people waiting even before I, shared the link. So please let me know if you can hear me clearly in the comments. Checking my sound. And I can also see all the currency pairs dropping. We'll look at that. We'll have time today. Okay, so before we start, just quickly share the link to your friends so that they can join. Let's share together. Before we start, let's just use 2 minutes to share the link. Just share the link to your story, just any platform you're in, just share the link so that others can join. Okay, so if you're just joining for the first time, I come here live every Tuesday to trade together with my you know, followers and my trading team, more like my trading team. So what we do here, we trade together. You get to see how I analyze the market using my strategy. If you've not seen the video explaining my strategy, just after this section, you can check my YouTube videos. You will see where I explain my strategy. More videos will be dropping, guys. So if you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, do well to click the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell because I'll be dropping educational videos back to back. The aim is to help you become profitable. So I'll be dropping my videos, so make sure you don't miss out. Okay, so if you joined the last section, that is last week, just say yes in the comments. If you didn't join, you can also say no in the comments. Let me know those that are new to the section. If you joined the section last week, just say yes in the comment. Okay, trader of trades, yes. Yes, from Isime Alabi. Cancellarian say yes. Okay. No, I guess we have someone joining for the first time. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, we also have another person joining for the first time. You're welcome too. Okay. Yeah, Yomide, yes, and I know you took the BTC trade last week. I dropped. These are also another thing you need to understand. If you're joining my live session, come with your live account because we take trades here together live. So last week I called out a signal on BTC. I guess we took a buy and it went straight to our take profit. So I guess most of you made money from that. Okay. You all are welcome. So, if you're just joining me for the first time, my name is Happiness Hanson. You can see it boldly written on the screen. So, what we do here literally is we analyze the charts. Any pair you want me to analyze for you, you can go ahead, drop that in the comments. I've already seen some in the comments, so we're going to start with that. So, any pair you want me to analyze, drop that in the comments. We'll analyze trades, analyze currency pairs, and take trades together if setup shows up. So what you have to get in this live section is for you to see how I break down the market, how I try to keep it simple. That is literally my strategy, how I keep it simple and take my trades. So we're going to analyze the chart together. If we see setup, there is no need for panic or rush. If we see setup, we'll take trades together and we'll make money together. So that is just how it is. If obviously we'll definitely see setup. So it all depends whether it's going to be an instant execution or a pending order. So, but we're going to analyze the chart, understand what is going on different currency pairs as you guys are dropping on the screen in the comments. So, we're going to analyze and know the next line of action we'll take. So, let me quickly share my screen. Okay, can you guys see my screen, please? Let me know if you can see my screen. If you can see my screen, just say yes in the comment. Okay. So, guys, if you can see my screen, say yes in the comments, and I will proceed. Okay, nice. So, I guess I saw GBP USD in the comments. So, luckily for us, we are looking at GBP USD. So, that's what I started looking at it this morning. So, what is actually going on? So before I start analyzing the chart, for those joining and for those that are yet to see my video where I explained my strategy, I will still, like I stated, I will still dish out more videos, to give you the free trading education you need. I will dish out more videos explaining how I take trades, so that once you watch it, I'll try my best to make it very simple. Once you watch it, you will understand you know, how to approach the market. So let me quickly give an illustration of my strategy so that if I am analyzing the chart, you understand what I'm actually doing. For those that are yet to understand my strategy, I will give an illustration of how I take my trades so that when we are looking at the chart, you understand what I'm mapping out and why I'm actually mapping or putting any drawing on my charts. Let's use that. So let me quickly give an illustration. Let me put this, let me hide this. Okay, so when I am taking trades, the first thing I do is to read the market structure of that particular pair I am looking at. So I don't just open the charts and start taking trades like that. No, I explained this. It's just like when you're trying, when you just came into a place and you don't know what is going on and you want to start contributing without even knowing the storyline. So that is same thing with trading. Any currency pair you open, you need to understand what is actually going on before you take a bias. So you don't just open the charts. Let's say you are a scalper. You don't just open the charts, go straight to 1 minute or 3 minute time frame and start taking trades without understanding what is going on. So what I do first, whenever I'm looking at the charts, is I will do my top down analysis. That is reading the market structure. I'll do the top down analysis from my daily time frame all the way down to my entry time frame. So for me, I take my entries from 15 minutes. So I will do my top down analysis all the way down to my entry time frame. So the reason why I'm doing that is to understand the general trend of the market, that particular pair I am, trading, is to understand the general trend and then know how to align or join the trend. So, so that simply means the first thing I do is to read the market structure. So I'll quickly point it out. If the market is giving me this type of, momentum, breaking structure to the upside, giving me higher highs and higher lows. So if the market is giving me this type of structure, that simply means I will be looking out for a buy because the market, as seen here, is bullish. Now, if the market is giving me this type of structure, the market will be seen as, bearish, and I'll be looking out for possible sales. But when the market is behaving this way, giving me equal highs, equal lows, equal highs, equal lows, equal highs, and equal lows. So, because I have a call. Okay. When the market is behaving this way, I will have to like stay off, to wait until there is a direction. So whenever the market is behaving this way, that simply means it is ranging. And when the market is ranging, there is literally no direction. So trying to take trades from that type of movement can be a little bit detrimental because there is no direction at all. So we're going to analyze different pairs. Then we'll know the one that is bullish, the one that is bearish, and the one that is consolidating. So if we analyze any pair and we notice that it is bullish, we'll start looking for possible setups to join the trend, that is to buy. If we analyze any pair and we notice that it is bearish, we'll start looking for possible setups to sell. But if we analyze any pair and we notice that it is ranging, we just need to wait until there is a breakout. So it's that simple. And then once I analyze a pair, let's say we analyze a pair and we notice that it is bullish, all I need to do from my entry time frame is to look out for the most recent break of structure to the upside. So what I mean by break of structure is I need to look out for the recent resistance level that price swept to the upside. So once I get that, I will map out my origin, the origin being where the impulsive movement started from. That's the impulsive movement that cleared out the structure. That will be my origin, and I will map it out. Now, following my strategy, once I get my origin, that simply means I'm getting ready to take a trade. So if I get my origin, the next thing I need to see is to make sure that there is liquidity price or sweep to tap into my zone. So if I see that type of liquidity, then I'll know that what I mean by liquidity is, most traders will start seeing this place as support level or W pattern or whatever. So that simply means most traders will start placing a buy here. So that simply means money will be sitting here, and I'll be expecting price to sweep that before tapping into the main demand zone. And then another thing I also need to point out is, imbalance that is very close to my origin. So I can call it FVG. Imbalance that will be very close to my origin. That's another thing I need to see. So imbalance simply means the gap price creates on the chart. Or like if we open the chart, you will get it better. You will see how imbalance appear on the chart. But the one you should pay attention to is the one very close to your origin. That's the one you should pay attention to. That's the one you should pay attention to. So that is literally my strategy. That's literally my strategy. So we're going to look at different sorry, I forgot to inform my group members that we are live. So let me quickly do that. So if you are not also my Telegram group, you can check the pinned comment there. You can see the link and join the Telegram group so that you will get daily updates from me and be up to date with any information I have to give. Okay, so let's start with GBP USD. What is actually going on GBP USD? So we're looking at 1 hour, but let's start from the daily time frame so that you will understand why I have the bias currently on, because on GBP USD I have a sell bias. The market is bearish at the moment. So let's look at the daily time frame so that you understand why. Now, if you check from here to the last swing high, you will see price was actually ranging. So the price was actually pushing up. You can see this. We got the change of character here, and from there, market tapped into the origin that caused the change of character, and then from there we started getting break of structures to the upside. From there, we started getting break of structures to the upside. And so let's view from 4 hours so that it will be clearer. We started getting break of structures to the upside. You can see more of it here. break of structure, break of structure. So literally price was actually bullish on GBP USD around this level. So we're bullish on GBP USD. You can see how price was, breaking structures to the upside. And finally we got, price from here, price cleared out the last origin, which we can indicate as a change of character around this level. So price came down to the last origin that caused the break of structure. Instead of reacting there, instead of reacting there to push up, it cleared it out, so giving us a change of character. So what I mean by change of character is the normal character of the market. So I'm trying to give you the literal meaning. So you can see from here, we also pointed out the change of character. Why did we do that? So you can see price was actually ranging. I don't know why ranging is about this morning. So price was actually pushing down. Price was actually pushing down, breaking structure to the downside. And this was actually the last consolidation before the last break of structure. And you can see when price got there, it reacted, but it didn't give us a new break of structure to the downside. From there, market started pushing up, giving us a change of character. And from there, we were pushing up. And now we have new change of character. And from there, price started breaking structure to the downside, towards this break of structures you see me map out here. And you can see the last origin price mitigated and it's pushing down. So what are we expecting again? We had this sell off yesterday on GBP USD. So currently it's reacting at this level. You can see we still have equal lows here. It's reacting here. So I am waiting to see a break to the downside. If we'll get a break to the downside, then we'll wait for a correctional movement to keep selling GBP USD. So that is what I'm waiting for now on GBP USD. Let's also view from the 2 hours time frame. So this is it from 2 hours time frame. So we are now, this is why I'm actually looking out for possible sells on GBP USD because the trend is bearish, the breaking structure to the downside. So currently we got this setup and it's reacting here. We'll wait until market clears out that particular level because if market doesn't clear out this level, there may be possibility that buyers will push up, and change the trend back to bullish. So the confirmation we need to see now to know that the sellers are still, strongly in the market is if we get a break of this particular level here. So let's view it from an entry time frame. Now, following that, you can see this particular level that the sell started from. You can see all these things. What I mapped out here is more like is our liquidity level, what price cleared to tap into our zone. So when I'm talking about liquidity, you will know that most traders may start taking a sell from here. And you can see when price got there, it sold off a little, but immediately cleared everyone out before giving out the main sell to the downside. So to join this trend and continue selling GBP USD, we need to wait until this particular level breaks. Now, most people may start asking, why don't we start buying from this particular level? Following my strategy, I do not have any reason to start buying from this particular level. And you've seen that we've done our top-down analysis from the higher time frame, and you've noticed that GBP USD is bearish. So why trying to buy when the general trend says that we should start selling? So that's another thing you need to point out. So just buying blindly here is not a good risk to take. So I need to wait until I see a break to the downside. So even if I want to buy GBP USD from this little movement from 15 minutes, even if I want to buy it, you can see that we have this break of structure here to the downside. So we have this break of structure here to the downside. If we are reading the 15 minutes structure, we have this break of structure here to the downside. So if I want to buy GBP USD, I'll have to wait until I get a change of character. So if the change of character happens, I have to wait until I get a change of character like this. Until I get a change of character. So if the change of character happens, I'll map out the origin that caused the change of character and then wait for price to tap in. Then we can buy, maybe take profit around this level because there's another block there. So we can just take profit around this level. That's the only reason that would make me buy GBP But currently we are bearish. So that's why I'm expecting market to break this particular level. So let's see. Let's see. So currently we just have a lookout on GBP USD, no instant execution, no setup yet. So we just need to patiently wait to see what the market will do around this level. Are we breaking or are we waiting to buy? So that is what we have on GBP USD. So from what I can see, um, GBP USD doesn't have a clean setup yet. We just need to wait patiently. Just calm down. Wait until there's a reason. Now, that's also one thing you need to understand when trading. If it's not there, it will be obvious. You can see how we did our top down analysis, and everything is showing that, okay, there is no ready setup yet. So we just need to patiently wait until we get a setup. Okay, so let's look at one of my favorite pairs, that is GBP JPY. So I can already see a comment. Someone is asking where we should buy from on GBP JPY. Okay, so from the higher time frame, now I already have all my markups on my chart. So from the higher time frame, you can see it's pretty obvious that GBP JPY is bullish. We are bullish on GBP JPY. So the next line of action is to look for how to buy GBP JPY. So you can see market is trending to the upside. So if you are thinking of selling GBP JPY, maybe you can take everything. You know, you can look at your setup again and know why. Because currently we are pushing up, we are buying. So we should just start looking for how to join the buy. Okay, so from the 4 hours time frame, you can see we are trending. All these break of structure you see here, they are tiny structures from 15 minutes. So from 4 hours, if we are looking to buy GBP JPY, I guess 4 hours has given us a structure here. So so we have this particular order block here from 4 hours. So we can wait for price to sweep down to this level before we buy again on GBP JPY. So this is the 4 hour structure. So what we're going to do now, we're going to start refining this structure until we get to our entry time frame. So just have it in mind that GBP JPY, we are buying. There is no reason to sell yet. There is no change of character. We are only pushing up. So we just need to wait until price gets to this level. So let's view how that level is from 2 hours. So from 2 hours, you can see we still have equal level here. Then from 1 hour, any reason to refine it. Now, looking at it from 1 hour, if you are trying to take trades from here, I think from 1 hour we have this order block around this level. So this will be for me, this will be the place I'll be waiting to take a buy on GBP JPY. If price can get into the zone, we'll buy again. So if price can get here, we'll buy GBP JPY. So let's view from 45 minutes. So if we are refining it to 45 minutes order block, this is the order block here. This is it here. So Viewing from 30 minutes, what do we have? I think we have equal origin here. So we just need to patiently wait until price gets here. Then for our entry time frame, which is 15 minutes, I think we have same origin to wait for here on 15 minutes. So I will patiently wait for GBP JPY to get to this level. That is, once it gets here, I will not hesitate. I will take my full buy on that level. If we should get this, if we should get the market inside this particular level. So if you are looking for where to buy GBP JPY from, this is the right demand zone. But now, if you check, and this may also confuse SMC traders, from now, if you check, you can see on 15 minutes, we have a lot of break of structures. But generally, all these break of structures happening here, you can see this is where it started from. This particular level, this is where it started from. So this is the origin. When you hear me say origin, this is the main origin that caused the general break of structure, even all the inside break of structure, all the minor break of structures happening. So you can see what the market is doing. This is a valid break of structure, and obviously, most SMC traders must have, taken a buy from this level. I saw this morning, and I didn't want to take a buy from there because I know that we have this particular origin here. So trying to take a buy from this level is not a good risk for me. Trading generally is risky when taking your trade. So what makes you a good trader is when you take calculated risk. So yes, I know GBP JPY is bullish, and this is a break of structure, and this is an origin that caused the break of structure. Price is inside there reacting, but I don't want to take a buy from here because I see it as an inducement level or liquidity that price will sweep. But if price gets here, I will not hesitate. I'll take my buy. You can also see we have another origin here. That means if this word doesn't hold, price may come here or still react. We have a lot of them sitting, but at the end of the day, I am waiting until price gets to this level. This is the only reason why I will buy GBP JPY again. I don't want to, take a buy here and it will give me a little hope and then stop me out along the way. And now, looking at this particular origin, another reason why I'm taking trades from there because all my confluences align around this particular origin. And you can see we got this origin from the higher time frame. So it's a POI from the higher time frame, which we refined all the way down to our entry time frame. So I'll patiently wait until it gets here. And then all these things, I see them, all these inducement levels, I see them, I see all this as my liquidity that price will sweep to tap into my zone. So I see all these things as liquidity price will sweep to tap into my zone. And you can see from here, we have this big imbalance that price needs to, fill up. We have this imbalance. So when I was explaining imbalance with an illustration, I guess most of you are finding it difficult to understand what I was saying. So let me explain the imbalance. Okay, someone is saying exactly my analysis. Okay, beautiful. So we just need to patiently wait until price gets there, then we'll shoot and make money together. So now, so you can see from here, let me explain what imbalance means for those that don't understand. So you can see from here, we got this push to the upside. You can see this long candlestick movement. Now, the idea in trading is that both the bulls and the bears, they should have equal movement. There should be an equal movement. So in the market, once the movement becomes unequal, there will be an imbalance. That's what happens. Once there is an unequal movement, there will be an imbalance. So that's actually what happened here. You can see this long candlestick did not even give sellers room to join. It pushed up immediately. So what now happened? After it closed, another candlestick opened. Let me zoom in for those watching from their phone so that you will see it clearly. Okay, so After it closed, another one opened, try to push down a little bit too, because this particular long candlestick now it has created an imbalance that price will need to, if this candlestick that opened after it closed, slashed down to cover up the gap it created and then it continue pushing up, then we'll say that there is an equal movement. But we didn't get something like that. What did we get? Another candlestick opened, pushed down, but it didn't come back down to cover up the gap. You can see all these consolidations happen, but none of them came down to cover up the gap, and price started shooting up from there. So that simply means from where this candlestick ended to this particular level, that is where our entry is, this particular order block candlestick. So from here, from this line to this line, this gap here is what we call imbalance. That is what we call imbalance. This gap here is what we call imbalance. So I use it. Most SMC traders, they take entries from imbalance. So if you're trading with smart money concept, there are two ways you can take your entries, either from order block or from imbalance. So preferably, I love taking my entries from order block because I've done my back testing and I've been trading with this strategy, and order block works out for me more than when I'm taking entries from imbalance. So there are sometimes you still see market tap into imbalance and push, but most of the times it will extend and still tap into the other block. So preferably, I love taking my entries from other blocks. So this gap here is actually the imbalance, very close to our origin. So you can see all my confidences are intact. So I don't need to rush. You make money by waiting for the main setup, the A plus setup. This is where you make money from. So look away from all these things that going on here. This make can see price reacting here. Okay, at the end of the day, we are still speculating. Price can still start shooting up from here. If it shoots up from here and it gives me a new break of structure, then I can position for the most recent origin that caused that break of structure, and we can start buying from there. But from what is currently happening, I'm expecting price to slash down to this level. Forget that we are buying. We are buying GBP, JPY. So let me outline. Let me outline this so that you can take a screenshot. Now, since we've done our analysis, let's know the risk to reward ratio for this trade and the best place to, place our stop loss and take profit. That's not the best place to place our stop loss and take profit. Okay. All right. So if we are to place our stop loss, we're just going to place it a little bit below our origin. You can see the last rejections before market started pushing up. So our stop loss will just be a little bit below that level. So our stop loss is going to be 40 pips stop loss. Then we'll target the point of reversal. The point of reversal is actually this level. You can see that's where market started. So we're going to target that level. So we're going to target that level. Now, looking at it, this is a 1:4 risk to reward ratio. This is 1:4 risk to reward ratio if price should get there. So our take profit is around 200 pips. We're risking 40 to catch 200. And obviously, if this particular trade should tap in, if you've not seen, I uploaded a video yesterday explaining how I manage my trades, like trade management, how you hold on to your trades. Now, if this particular trade should tap into our zone, obviously you're not going to expect it to move straight to your take profit. Know that as a trader. That's why most traders, they find it difficult to grow their accounts. Whenever they are taking trades, they they just want the market to push immediately to their direction. Obviously, yes, I'm a day trader, and sometimes my take profit will hit, in a day, and I will stay out and enjoy my profit. Or if it's a loss, I will enjoy my loss, and then wait until the next day. But sometimes I can still hold on to my trades for 2 days, 3 days, just because it has not smashed my TP. And it may be this type of trade because we are targeting 200 pips. So if market should come here and we are on the right direction, this is the trend you'll start seeing. Push up, break of structure, push up. So when you are seeing that, all you can now be doing is maybe you start adding positions. So we're going to patiently wait until it gets here. So you can take a screenshot now, and after the section you can go map out this on your own chart and wait as I am waiting. So you can take a screenshot now. You can take a screenshot now, and so let me know if you guys have taken a screenshot, because I want to make my analysis on gold. Gold is also my very good friend. Have you guys taken a screenshot? Okay. So let's look at gold. Okay, for gold, if you indeed checked out my video, someone is asking what is my entry on GBP Sorry, let's head back to that. So my entry on GBP we're looking at, that is, let me call out the coordinates, 202.841. 202.841. That's my entry on GBP JPY. So for those in my Telegram group, I'll be sending out this, pending order. I'll be sending out this particular setup for us to patiently wait. So if you're not there, check the pinned comment. You'll see the link to my Telegram group. You can join. I'll be sending out this setup there too. And I will still notify us when price will be reacting here and when we should enter. Okay. So for gold, I posted yesterday. If you're following me on IG, that is still the name here, Hexian FX Academy. You will see me on IG. If you're following me, I talked about how gold, is ranging from the daily time frame. And so yesterday I was able to catch. It was just a range, going on gold. So from my entry time frame, you can see we got this break of structure here, and price, it was, let me put this on replay mode so that you understand. So we're just catching the little trend on gold. So we got this break of structure, and then we mapped out this origin. So I actually did this. This was the analysis during our weekly prep, my weekly prep with my mentees. That's those in the VIP group. So I called out this particular trade, and we got this break of structure, gold tapped in and still pushed the direction. But I also knew that due to the range that was going on from daily time frame, immediately market got here, we had to, take profit. And then I also knew that there will be a retracement back into this particular origin. So I scalped that sell too yesterday. So when market got here, we started selling. Then news came out, pushed it up a bit, and then it got here. So you can see that's actually what is going on. Even on 15 minutes, gold is also ranging. Gold is ranging. So for now, there is no call out on gold until we get a breakout. Viewing it from 4 hours, you can see what I'm talking about. So from here to here, market has just been, ranging. inside here. It has just been ranging inside here. So, but for me, I'm actually speculating that price should, I'm expecting sellers to break this level. So I'm expecting that's what I'm actually expecting. But for now, I'm not taking any trade on gold yet because the direction is not clear. Like I stated, I'm just expecting, I'm speculating. Wait, why am I expecting that? If you check the bullish candlesticks and the bearish candlesticks, you will see how healthy the bearish candlesticks are compared to that of the bullish candlesticks. So viewing that and also the structure, you can see how market is breaking structure inside the range. So I'm speculating the sellers may be the winner of this fight because what is happening here, they're consolidating. So there's actually a fight on who will break out. Will the buyers win or will the sellers win? So that was actually the question I asked in my post yesterday on IG. And different traders were dropping their own opinions. Some were saying the buyers will win, some were saying the sellers will win. You know, now this is why, remember, before I started, I explained to you guys how I read the market structure. Now, this is why you need to wait until there's a breakout before you take trades. Whenever you do your analysis and you notice that market is ranging, just wait. Because if you're trying to take trades inside there, you'll be confused because what is happening, like I told you guys, what is happening? There's a fight. We don't know the winner yet. If we know the winner, we will join. We will join the winning team. So when there's a fight like this in the market, all you just need to do as a trader is watch. So you can even set your alert at the top and at the bottom and wait until there's a breakout. So even if you don't want to stay glued to your screen and be watching, you can set that alert. Once price gets there, you'll be notified that okay, price is breaking to the upside or price is breaking to the downside. So that's why most traders, when they take trades, they will think. Personally, I'll tell you guys my strategy, SMC, it does not work when the market is ranging. So you just need to wait until there's a direction. So whenever I see that, I don't even hesitate. I'll just be watching, you know, until there's a break. But inside the fight, this is me more like taking sides. You know, when let's say you are watching football and you are taking sides whether this particular club will win or this one will win. So from this particular fight now, I think I'm for the sellers. Not that I'm going to take a sell immediately on gold, but I think I'm for the sellers, considering how if we are checking it for, let's say for the fight now, if we are checking it for the blows, I think the sellers they are blowing the buyers more because they are candlestick. You can see the buyers can just push up, they will struggle to push up, but when the sellers are coming in, two or three candles will just clear out everything the buyers pulled up. So you can see from here, you can see how the market struggled to push up. And when the selling pressure came in, you can just see two candlesticks, one, two. Then the buyers came in again, another one candlestick cleared everything. So I think the sellers they are beating the buyers well. So that's why I'm for the sellers. So I'm waiting for another long candlestick that will boom break it. Then I will join the sellers. So let me know in the comments, are you for the buyers or are you for the sellers? Someone say no be small blow. Are you for the buyers or are you for the sellers? Let me also know. Like I said, I posted in my like on my IG page and I am seeing different comments. Now this is my own reason why I am for the buyers. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Okay, someone says sellers. Okay, I guess we are on the same page. Okay. All right. So for now, no call out, no call out on gold. We just need to wait. We just need to wait. You can still see even on 15 minutes, it's ranging too. So just calm down on gold. Don't rush. Just calm down. Calm down. Okay. Benjamin is for the buyers. Shall know we are blowing you well. Well, at the end of the day, guys, that does not mean you should go and start buying now or we should go and start selling now. Just wait until there's a breakout. Just know until there is a breakout, guys. Okay. So which other pair have we not looked at? Okay, BTC is also my friend. So what are we expecting on BTC? Okay, guys, you can already see my setup on BTC. I'm waiting for price here. I'm waiting for price here. If price should come down to this level, if price should come down to this level, I'll buy BTC. So I have a buy bias. So, oh please, you guys should allow me to focus. Also, my pastor says it's a sell. Oh god. Okay. So I have a buy bias on BTC. So let me show you guys why I'm trying to buy. Now on BTC, you can see we are still ranging from the daily time frame. On BTC, we are ranging. You can see I have the mark out here. Price pushing up. It's a range on BTC. So I was just the buy setup I'm looking at for is just a structure inside the range. So you can see how price the build up here now for BTC now the build up here is showing that the buyers are more like stronger than that of the sellers considering how price is reacting at this level. So that's why I'm more like waiting for a buy setup around that level. So if you check from the daily time frame, you can see where I'm waiting for it. If there will be a slash down back into this other block here, we'll take it up again and take profit. We'll take it up again. Just catch maybe 200 or 100 pips around that level. But there is still a range. Both on BTC, we still have a fight whether the sellers or the buyers will break. But if you check from 15 minutes time frame, so this is more like the structure. So if price should get here, there will just be a little, we'll just catch this little as they are still fighting, from the daily time frame or from the higher time frame. If price should get here, we can just take a buy, maybe up onto this level on BTC. So that's what I'm waiting for on BTC. So most of the setups we are seeing is just we just need to wait. No instant execution, unlike that of last week. We got an instant execution on BTC. So for now, no instant execution. We just need to wait for price. Just put an alert. So if you trade BTC, you can take this screenshot. You can take a screenshot of this particular setup and wait as I am waiting too. Or you can take a screenshot on this. You can take a screenshot if you trade BTC. Okay. Which other pair have we not looked at? If I've looked at GBP JPY, just know that we have same setup with um, Euro JPY. So whatever we see on GBP JPY, that's still the same thing we'll have on Euro JPY and on USD JPY. Yeah, so guys, I'm so sorry. I don't know. Can you guys hear me? My network was interrupted. You know. So there was a little glitch with my network. Can you guys hear me? We're back. Let me know if you can hear me. Okay. Sorry for the little break. That was just a little break. All right. So we were analyzing BTC. So for the BTC traders, this is what we are waiting for on BTC. So you can take a screenshot. So I was explaining something. I said if I've analyzed GBP USD, just know that any analysis we have on GBP USD will still be same thing on Euro USD, maybe AUD USD, and NZD USD. So you can just look at the market with that approach too and read your analysis. Someone to say, can we get a record? Obviously, yes, it will be recorded. You can get access to it, you know, just for my channel here, you can get access to it. So I guess we just have 10 minutes to go. So it's time for questions now. If you have questions, you can go ahead and drop in the comment. Time for questions. If you have any, you can go ahead and drop in the comment. So if you're not in my Telegram group, free Telegram group, because I know most of you, I wouldn't have to blame anyone that is finding it difficult to join a mentorship group, because at the end of the day, when it comes to trading, if you want to trade, it requires money. Trading, if you want to trade, you need to have at least one or two in your pocket, because to get the mentorship, you will have to you will have to pay for classes. So one, if you see free sections like this, don't hesitate to join, because you can learn from it. Now, joining mentorship is not about the strategy, because even my strategy, this strategy, you can see how I'm putting it out there for free. So why mentorship is needed for some traders, because most traders, they teach themselves. Me, I started off by teaching myself, but along the line I still subscribed for mentorship to use it and build my psychology, because following the strategy was not my issue, because I can easily go online and get a strategy I that will work for me. I've traded with so many strategies until I now settled with this one, because it suits my trading style and everything, how I need to approach the market and the rest. So now mentorship will help you as a trader if you are still finding it difficult to, control the psychological aspect of trading. Because most traders, they are struggling not because of they don't have a strategy to trade with. There are strategies everywhere. If you go on YouTube and search trading strategies, you will see a lot of traders sharing their strategy. But now, at the end of the day, the race in trading is you versus you. So if you get that strategy, it's now how you will more like use it as a trader, because the trading anxieties will come. If you're trading this strategy now, if you patiently wait for all this and price will get here, let's say hit your stop loss, how will you feel? How will you recover from that? Now, if price taps in here and start pushing to your direction and you're seeing, how will you hold it with the way you're trading now? Do you think you will hold until price gets to your TP? And you also ask yourself that question. So all these, anxieties and psychological aspects of trading, that is the importance of joining a mentorship group, because inside there you are in a team, in a well-refined team of traders doing the same thing you are doing, taking the same trades you are taking. So even if you are being pushed to close your trade, or even if you are scared, you know to close to hold on to your trades, and then you will see other traders holding on to it, and that will boost your confidence, to tell yourself that's actually The mentorship I joined, that was actually, what helped me in that community, because inside there is nothing like fear. Fear actually did me a lot as a beginner trader then. But inside the group, there is nothing like fear. You will see traders where your hand is still shaking to place trade. You will see people stacking, you know, placing their trades and making money. So with that, you will be forced to, join. You will tell yourself, it's my fellow traders that are doing this. I need to. Why are you panicking? So when they will send out signals, then and we are taking trades together, maybe you get scared, you're scared of entering, and you see your mates that entered, applying proper risk management, because at the end of the day, the worst thing that can happen is your SL will hit. So why are you scared? If you've made up your mind to take trades, you should be ready to take the risk. You don't need to be scared or be timid about it. So inside the mentorship group or inside a community like that, that is actually, it will help boost your confidence. But if we're talking about the strategy, it's not mentorship is not really about the strategy. It's about your mindset inside there, because there you have a coach that will give you a closer watch. If you are finding anything difficult, if you're having difficulties, you can put a call across and you will get the quick answer you need and the rest. So that's actually the essence of mentorship. So obviously it's for those that will have the money to pay for it and get the the closer watch and the closer guide they need. For those that can't afford the mentorship, there are free classes to join. Just like I do mine here every Tuesday. You can also gain a lot from this particular trade. So that's just it. So if you're someone is asking for the price tag of my mentorship. So I just have three packages. I have for monthly subscribers, I have for the yearly subscribers, and I have for lifetime. So for the monthly subscribers, all you just need to pay is $50 to get access. Then for 1 year, just $200. Then you get access for 1 full year, and then for lifetime, it's just $500 to get access. So I will still drop the link. Let me drop the link so that if you want to, join, that is my VIP group. You can just click the link, make your payment to get access. Okay, so I can see a lot of questions in the comments, so let me quickly answer and then we'll end today's section. Okay, so from Dubem, it said, why that OB and not wait for the last one? Okay, you are referring to this BTC trade. Okay, yeah, you can see I also have an alert there, and a my zone mapped out around this level. So this is also a valid order block to wait for. A valid order block to wait for. So the thing is just that once price gets here, I'll wait for confirmation if price should give me a buy, because if you've studied BTC charts, it reacts to all these other blocks, especially the ones around this level, because you can see where it started from. So even from 1 hour, this particular order block, when it pushed up, this particular origin, it pushed up. It was not actually the origin that cleared out this level. It was after this consolidation that we got a break of that level. So that's why I'm considering this order block first. But if market fails to respect this, then we'll wait for it here. So that's why I'm looking at it. So the order block was actually refined from the higher time frame. So that's why we're waiting for it here. So I don't know if that's clear. Is that clear? Okay. I have another question. Do you trade US 30 and as 100? Mm, I don't actually, but if I had seen the comments earlier, we would have analyzed maybe during our next section, because this section is meant to be just for 1 hour and it's already 1 hour plus now. So maybe next time we'll look at US 30 and as 100. I'll do the analysis for you. Okay, so from Suleiman, what do you include when journaling your trades? Okay, when journaling my trades, it's very simple. I need to make sure, I ask myself a few questions. I need to make sure that when I took the trade, um, I followed my strategy line in line. So the question there will be, what did you see? Then I also have to be, or you can just put it as reason for the trade. So reason for the trade will be you explaining that you saw your setup and then you decided to take the trade. Then you can also put out how you were feeling when you were taking the trade. You can go ahead and type, you know, write that out. You can indicate the pair you took, the trade you took, and whether it gave you profit or loss, you know, and then how much you made. So all those things is more like you taking down your records on that. So that's just what you do when journaling. So I guess soon I'll be, publishing a trading journal that will still help, traders journal their trade accurately, because that's also, one of the things that helped me. I still journal till now. So that will help you. It's actually the boring aspect of trading, but if you keep doing that, you will see how you will grow both, psychologically in trading and, being very disciplined in trading. If you lose, you journal. If you make profit, you journal. So that is trading for you. If you learn how to treat trading like a business, you will see how you start making money with it. So don't just come to trade because you just want to trade or you are looking for money. If you treat it like a business, apply all the necessary. Most people they trade anyhow because most people they are still trading demo. If you're trading live account, you understand what I'm talking about. And you know that you need to be, very calculative when taking your trades. Calculated risk. That's why you see me and wait for all these things because I don't have any business with what is going on here. I don't want to come and start losing money inside here. If I want to lose money, I will know that if price should come here now and let's say it doesn't give me the profit I'm looking for and I'll lose money. If I lose money here, I'll know okay, at least I applied everything I needed to apply following my strategies. It was just the market that didn't go to my direction. At the end of the day, I will know the reason why I lost money. But if you take trades anyhow and you lose money, you will not even know the reason, and that will bring in frustration. So that's why it's good to apply the discipline, take calculated risk. So that's just it. Okay, someone is asking risk management to recover from drawdown. This is also another aspect of trading. Most traders, when they are in drawdown, they will feel like all hope is lost. There's nothing like that. So let's say if normally you risk 1% on your trade and you had few bad trades and then your account is in drawdown. All you just need to do is reduce your risk. Forget about profit. Let's say you are trading a profit from account or even your personal account, two of them. When your account is in drawdown, forget about profit you want to make. Just focus on getting your account back up. So if you are risking 1%, reduce the risk, still following your strategy. Just reduce the risk to half of the percent you were risking and be growing your account gradually back up. If your account should get back up, you will now start looking for additional profit. So that will help you, psychologically, so that you will not be frustrated and blow up your account. Because I bet you the drawdowns will happen. So what makes you a good trader is how you get your way back up. The drawdowns will definitely happen. So you can't run away from it. So when that happens, just reduce your risk. Focus on getting your account back up first. Then if you get it back up, you will now start looking for additional profit. So I believe that's as clear. Okay, so another question. When do you go break even when your trade is going in your favor? Okay, for you to ask this question, that simply means you've not seen. I uploaded a video yesterday how I explained my trade management strategy. So after this section, you can just my channel there, check the newest video I uploaded. You will see my trade management strategy, because I wouldn't have to start explaining it now because of our time. So you will see my trade management strategy. Just take your time. It's just 14 minutes video. It's not that long. So just watch it. You will understand when I break even on my trades and how I nurture my trades. So just make sure you watch after this section so that you understand when to break even. Whatever you're doing in the market, you don't do it blindly. So you will see how I do my there. Um, okay, I guess that is all. I guess that is all for. If someone said one more question, one more question. I'm just trying to. When you map out a zone or the higher time frame and price taps in, do you execute the trade? Okay, if I have a POI from the higher time frame and price taps into my POI from the higher time frame, I'll still rush down to my entry time frame 15 minutes to wait for change of character. So let's say this particular POI, okay, let me just give an illustration like this. So let's say this POI here, let's say this is my POI from the higher time frame and price pushes down, taps in into that POI. I know that from if I go down to my entry time frame, as price is tapping in, it will be coming with a bearish momentum. Let's say I'm looking out for a buy. It will be coming with a bearish momentum. So what will I do? This particular POI is from the higher time frame. What I will do is if I go to my entry time frame, which is 15 minutes, I'll look out for the last break of structure to the downside. And then I will wait for price. I'll look out for the last break of structure to the downside, something like this. Last break of structure to the downside, and then I'll wait for price to clear out the origin that caused that particular structure. So that is the confirmation entry. If price clears it out, that's the previous market has changed character from bearish to bullish, and that simply means the buyers are ready. So once I see that, once I get that break of structure, I will now wait for the origin that caused that change of character. So you can see I'm no longer taking trades this added to my confirmation, but where the origin I'm actually taking trades from will now be the 15 minutes origin. So I will now wait for price. Once price gets there and taps me in, will now push up from there. So this one is called confirmation entry, not aggressive. Confirmation entry. Confirmation entry. Okay, we have a question. Said, how do you pick the right supply and demand zone when they seem to be too below the structure? Okay, for this question, I will use this our USD JPY setup to explain it. Now, if you check, we have all these break of structures. Now, whenever there's a break of structure, there must be an origin that caused that particular break of structure. And that origin, it's indeed a probable POI, that price may tap into and push. Now you can see from this particular origin, we have this break of structure. This is an origin. We have another break of structure. This is an origin. So why am I not taking trades from this particular level? When you have all these origins, all you just need to do is pick your fib retracement tool. If you pick it, you place it from where the movement started. You place it from where the movement started to where the market, the recent swing high. Now, from your fib tool, any origin that is, touching point like this level 0.79 level, or any origin that is below it, that's actually the right origin to take trades from. So you can see other origins, this ones is resting around zero point 0.5, this one resting around 0.618. So I'm not interested in all these origins because I see them as inducement. Now this is the one that is very close to my level 0.79, and that is why I am looking out for this origin. So this is more like the discount, pricing for me. So if you are wondering my settings for my Fibonacci retracement tool, you can take a screenshot now and let us set your fib level to look like mine. So you can take a screenshot now. So I have this toggled on, this, and this. You can take a screenshot now. Okay. All right. So we have a question from God's favorite. Said, "Do you trade news?" Yes, of course. As a trader, you need to always pay attention to the fundamental analysis. That's the fundamentals, economic data when it's coming out. But I guess the "do you trade news" you're talking about is position to catch the if I position to catch the um what do they call it? That's the quick spike that happens immediately news comes out. If I have my setup when news is coming out, just something like this now. Let's say we have a news coming out and I have this setup. If news comes out and then we have a push immediately to my origin, I just need to wait. Once I see how market is rejecting off my origin, I will join immediately. So that is me applying my technical analysis and my fundamental analysis together. So but trying to gamble it out, or okay, let me not call it gamble because most people they trade news, but that spike that would happen, when news is coming out, you're not seeing any setup, but you're just guessing that okay, you should sell or you should buy. I don't risk my capital like that unless when I just want to, okay, I'll just fund in a separate account, and I'll say to myself, okay, I'm willing to risk this for this news, then I will, fund that. But if it's my main capital, no go area, I don't risk, my capital like that. But if I want to trade news, I can easily fund a separate account and use it to trade news. Just like NFP will be coming out on Friday. If I want to trade NFP, I can fund a separate, capital separate amount that I know that okay, I'm willing to risk this for this news. If it goes against, fine. If I make money, fine. So okay, this question, Kiss Hilary is always asking, what are you doing when you're waiting for setup? I'll find other things to do now. Am I not a human being? I can, see a movie. I can go on Netflix. I can pick up a book and read. I can be with my phone, just scrolling online. I can still create content, shoot my videos, upload, all those things as I'm waiting for my setup. So I'll just find some other things to keep myself busy. Okay. Really, someone is also asking the question, what's my take on GBP when we are looking at GBP already? This is my take. This is my take. It's bold here. This is my take on GBP. This is what I'm waiting for. So, guys, thanks for joining, and I really appreciate effort for joining, because if you're not here, I will literally be talking to myself. So, thanks for joining, and I hope you enjoyed the section. We will see again next Tuesday, so don't miss out. Also invite your friends to, you know, join next Tuesday. So bye for now. To join my Telegram group, that's my free Telegram group, you can see the pinned comment, and I'll also drop other links here. So bye for now. Let's go back to the chats off screen.